Hey guys, my name is Thomas Brush. I'm the creator of a game called Pinstripe. I'm also working on a game called Once Upon a Coma that will be launching in a couple of months. Everybody wants to stand out when they're making an indie game. And when they make their trailer, they want to make sure everybody is sharing it all over social media and Kotaku and Gizmodo and Washington Post and Time Magazine, and everyone notices the game. Well, good luck in the ocean that is Steam and the new ocean of Nintendo Switch. It's really, really hard to make a wave, let alone a ripple. So I'm going to try and explain 5 ways that you guys can make an epic trailer that actually stands out and gets some attention, hopefully adds some wish lists to your game, and in the end, makes you some money for your game. Now guys, before we talk about the 5 things that are going to make you have a viral trailer that actually stands out for your indie game, I want to talk about Skillshare. I'm really, really thankful for Skillshare, not only because they're so supportive of this channel, but they're so closely aligned with your mission and my mission, and that is learning how to make and sell indie games. So guys, head on over to Skillshare. There's a ton of courses, whether it's 2D animation, 3D design, 3D modeling, audio, marketing, just coding in C#. There are a ton of courses available. So if you guys want 2 free months of Skillshare, click the link below. Guys, Skillshare supports this channel. And honestly, guys, they're just a great brand to work with. So head on over to Skillshare if that's something for you. The first rule of making a viral trailer is show something awesome immediately. This is obvious, right? You would think that it's obvious, but it's not obvious. People like me, when I released my first game, Pinstripe, it was started out with my name for like 10 seconds. Thomas Brush presents. People don't care about me. People don't care about me. They care about, is this game worth my money? So start out with something cool. Some examples of things that are cool are, I mean, if your game's an action game, show some really cool action sequences. Or maybe show some beautiful artwork if your game is a artsy, atmospheric game. Show what stands out the most in your game. If it's the best part of your game, the best scene, the best sequence, don't be afraid to just show it immediately. Because that first 10 seconds of your trailer, that's really whether your trailer is actually going to survive. Because most people, if they don't like what they see within the first 10 seconds, and that includes you when you're watching trailers, if the first 10 seconds doesn't capture your attention, you're out. And I don't blame you. There's a lot of content on YouTube and all over the internet. We don't have 2 minutes to watch something we don't really enjoy. So make sure that the first 10 seconds is something special immediately. Guys, there's a lot of indie games out there. Seriously, guys, you will be tempted to start slow with your game because it's your baby. It's something that's really special to you, right? Well, don't treat it like your baby. Treat it like you are a consumer. What would you as a consumer want to see in the first 10 seconds of a trailer? The second thing you want to do to ensure that the trailer is viral is ensure that you show accolades if you have any at all. Now, the thing is a lot of you might not have accolades for your game, but that's okay. You know, sometimes there's local events, local meetups that you can show that you participated in. So even though for both my games, Pinstripe and Once Upon a Coma, none of them actually won a thing, they were showcased in a lot of events. They also participated in a lot of contests. So if you were nominated for anything, include that award laurel or the logo. So if it's South by Southwest, for example, you'd have the South by Southwest logo, and then you'd put some laurels around it, and then you'd explain exactly what it is. Showcase 2019. Or if it's as simple as something like a local meetup. So I actually had an event in Columbia, South Carolina. It wasn't big, it wasn't a very popular event, but I drove down, went to the event, and my game was in a little showcase. It was called Indie Bits. Indie Bits. And I just got the logo, Indie Bits, put laurels around it, and said, Showcase Item 2017. So there's a lot of things that you can participate in. Guys, trust me, there are hundreds of contests and events, if not thousands, every year that you can submit your game to add some kind of credibility to your trailer. So add those accolades at the beginning. Hey, if you even want to do a big splash with like 20 accolades or even just 5, that's totally fine. 5-second splash. People don't need to read it. If they want to read it, they can click pause and see what these accolades or nominations or showcases actually are, and then just jump to the action sequence. So that's the second point, is show some award laurels. Give your trailer some kind of credibility. Now, the third way to ensure your trailer gets attention and goes viral is you need to plant a seed, a question in the mind of the viewer. This is a really important point. In fact, I think this might be the most important point to ensuring that people actually want to buy your game. The importance of planting a seed or a question in the mind of the audience is simply so that they want to get the answer, right? You're basically putting an itch on the audience and hoping that they actually scratch that itch. I've talked about this before, but one of the best ways that this was achieved was actually in the film The Village. And a lot of you probably hate The Village, but I actually love The Village. It's one of my favorite movies. What M. Night Shyamalan did so well is he had a little black box at the beginning of the movie. And you didn't really know what was in the black box. And if you hated the movie, you would still watch the entire movie just to get to the end to see what's in that black box.
What's in the box?
To figure out what is this black box all about, because it's pivotal to the entire movie. You can put a black box in your trailer as well. So an example of this is in Pinstripe, my game Pinstripe, the trailer, it talks about the kidnapping of your daughter. A mysterious silhouetted man kidnaps your daughter and you go to hell. Who is this man, right? That's the question that's planted in the audience's mind, and they hopefully will spend $15 to get that answer. Another example is in Once Upon a Coma. The question is, are you in a coma or are you not in a coma? Because the game looks a lot like a coma, but the trailer says you woke up from a coma. So there's a question that's being planted in the audience's mind. Think of a question. If it takes you 8 hours to think of some kind of question to plant in your audience's mind, make sure you do that. And guys, you want to be planting the seed the entire length of your trailer. And I would say a minute 30 to 2 minutes is a good length. So through that minute 30 to 2 minutes, be planting that seed so that at the end of the trailer, they don't get an answer and they want to click the link and actually play your game to find out what that answer is. 4. This is really important, guys. This is really, really important. The fourth way to go viral with your trailer is to let the music guide the trailer's footage, not the other way around. See, a lot of times, and I've done this before, I get a bunch of really cool footage for my game. I record it all in OBS, and then I bring it into Premiere, and I'll just cut up the footage. That looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool, and I'll put it all together, and then I'll put the music in second, and I'm like, wait, I have to rearrange all the footage to hit the beats of the music. So what I would do if I were you is get the best song in your game, the one that makes you feel alive, excited, energetic. Put that into Premiere or Final Cut and let the music guide the footage. And so you're going to want to hit all the beats. So most songs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have the footage hit the beats as often as you can. And when the energy hopefully rises and crescendos in your trailer, you will actually start to cut a lot more. Start cutting more and more and more, get more and more excited, start zooming in, zooming out. We'll talk about that in a second. So that you're gaining and building energy. The important thing about a song in your trailer is, honestly, this is going to sound weird, you want it to be kind of orgasmic, right? You want to build up, start out with a little foreplay, build up, build up, build up. What's the word? Climax.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
Everything is sexual in a trailer. It is. I'm sorry. It needs to be sexual. Start with the foreplay, build to the orgasm, end, right? That's how you want your trailer to feel, okay? And the music, a lot of songs, a good example of this is Fix You by Coldplay. A lot of songs have that build up, that crescendo, that climax, and then pop, right? And you want to find a song in your game that does that. If you don't have a song that does that, consider going to Epidemic Sound or ProductionCrate.com and see if there's any songs on there. And frankly, guys, even if the song isn't in your game, who cares? You want to build emotion. You want to get the player and the audience excited. The fifth and final way to ensure that your game goes viral is, this is going to sound really simple, but don't be afraid to zoom into your footage, okay? A lot of you want to be purists, and this is definitely true of me as well when I was working on my first trailer, Pinstripe. I wanted to be a purist. I didn't really want to zoom in or zoom out or pan or do effects. I wanted to be honest with the game and show it exactly how it's being played. But the truth is we all want to get excited and we all want to be entertained by a game. So if the music is exciting, don't be afraid to zoom in and out of your footage. And guys, this means even zooming into 1080p footage, it might get a little pixelated, but that's okay. You want to be giving motion to your trailer. So what I tend to do is if I have 3 clips of the player running left to right in a platformer, I'll actually pan the camera and zoom in and pan a little bit more than what the actual game is doing. And then I'll zoom into the footage really quick, crescendo, jump back, zoom in, jump back. So that panning actually gives a lot more action and motion to your game. The player's gonna feel all of these emotions when they're playing the game. But a trailer, because the music is so intense, because things are quicker and faster, and you have 1 minute 30 seconds to 2 minutes to actually tell that emotion and story, it's totally okay to be zooming in and out and doing a little bit more effects to ensure that the trailer is exciting and catches the audience's attention. All right, guys. What did you think? If you enjoyed this video, if you thought it was helpful, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit the like icon, and leave a comment, and I'll try and answer as best as I can. Remember, guys, I'm on Patreon. If you guys want to support me on Patreon and see videos that you want and video games that you want, I want to make those for you. I don't have to work with a sponsor or a publisher. I can work for you. There's a lot of cool rewards on Patreon, including getting your name in the credits or getting free games or even just seeing behind the scenes footage of my games and videos. Click the link below and support. Thanks guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.